Good morning to my friends out here in the Philippines. It's currently the 13th of July, 2020. You have a pretty decent looking tropical depression over the Philippines here today. I know PAGASA hasn't named it, but for all intents and purposes, I think this should be named at least a TD. JMA does have it as tropical depression with a low pressure center just off the east coast. But the key thing you can see here in visible satellite imagery, plenty of overshooting tops. You have that moisture flowing in onshore, and actually you can see that really closely here on the visible imagery hitting the mountains, and that is what's going to be really bringing plenty of rainfall across this area. Some areas about 50 to 100 millimeters. It's needed rain, but of course too much a short period of time is problematic. This is ASCAT imagery, basically the winds seen from satellite imagery here, and it does help confirm that low pressure center right in here. Now, not a tropical storm though, because I don't see anything over about 35 knots, so you really don't see any of those red wind barbs based on actual inferred imagery, thus not tropical storm status. Definitely on Dvorak analysis, not a tropical storm, but like I said, JMA does have it as a tropical depression, and I 100% agree with that, at least at this time, based on the ASCAT imagery and our satellite imagery. So what does that mean? Okay, we got a minute and a half into this. In short, we have a system with a lot of tropical characteristics that's going to increase the amount of rainfall and basically pull it in across the Philippines here. We're already seeing that confirmation. Actually, take a look at imagery here. I say imagery, just weather reports, and even as far south as Clark, you can actually see they have light rain, reduced visibility. But here's the big takeaway. Pressure down to 2980, 976 hectopascals, even back here towards the north. That's indicating a pretty decently low pressure for the tropics. So just kind of confirms this is a tropical depression. But here's a look at the precipitation forecast. So overall, this system is going to drift towards the northwest. And like I said, 50 to 100 millimeters, especially in these higher elevations there across northern Luzon. You're going to be looking at that chance of maybe even some localized flooding just because of that consistent rainfall coming in. And even on the west coast, you get that moisture inflow, but definitely some decent impacts coming out of this. Now, for the southern half of the Philippines, not so much. Typical afternoon showers, basically from Manila north. That's the biggest impact from this storm system. Eventually, it will turn north, by the way, and kind of get wrapped up with the rainy season front as it does so. And you can see that here on the ECMWF model, kind of gets smeared, like it's just kind of getting pressed down. That's vertical wind shear acting with it, why the winds basically collapse and all move towards the southern periphery. What that means, though, is an increase in rainfall as we go ahead through Tuesday into Wednesday across Okinawa and the southern Japanese islands, kind of pulling that rainy season front south yet again, and eventually pushing off there towards the north. So overall, you just pull back the picture. This is kind of a look at where it's going to go, kind of like this, skirting Luzon, Taiwan, and then getting pulled up with that rainy season front, following along the Westpac High just off here towards the east. So not expect to become a tropical storm, but like I said, tropical depression, I think at this time, plenty of rainfall associated with it. But with that, I'll leave you on this visible satellite imagery yet again. I mean, whew, this is beautiful imagery, by the way. The Himawari 8 never seems to fail in impressing me, and just look at that. Look at these overshooting cloud tops. That's just for fun facts, that's basically what you see when you have enough convection to break through the tropopause. Look at that right there. Actually, watch this one right there on the loop. See how it starts off kind of smooth and then hits through that tropopause. You get that extra convection. Oh, that's some beautiful stuff. Anyways, guys, yeah, let's keep an eye on it, and that is all for today. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, and yeah, bye.